Yo, Nakama, Waterway Fire. What's up, One Piece fans? Today we need to talk about something that could completely change the future of the anime world forever, the One Piece remake. And honestly, this might become the greatest anime remake of all time, or one of the biggest risks in anime history. So before we begin, I want to ask you something. Do you think the One Piece remake will surpass the original anime? Or is the classic version impossible to replace? Drop your opinion in the comments right now because this debate is getting crazy inside the community. And if you love One Piece theories, spoilers, epic anime discussions, and everything about Luffy's journey to become king of the pirates, subscribe now and join the crew. Pirate Flag Fire. Alright, let's talk about why the One Piece remake could literally change everything. The moment the remake was officially announced, the entire anime community exploded. Fans all over the world started asking the same questions. Will the pacing finally be fixed? Will the animation reach movie-level quality? Will we get darker and more emotional scenes exactly like Oda imagined? And honestly, this remake has the potential to do something legendary. For years, One Piece fans defended the anime no matter what. But even loyal fans admit there's one massive problem: pacing. Some arcs became extremely slow, with stretched scenes, repeated flashbacks, and episodes adapting only small parts of chapters. New anime fans often say they're scared to start One Piece because of how long the anime already is. And that is exactly where the remake enters the game. The new adaptation could completely rebuild the early arcs with modern animation, faster storytelling, cleaner visuals, and more emotional impact. Imagine East Blue animated with today's technology. Imagine Arlong Park looking cinematic. Imagine Marine 4 with modern effects and insane choreography. Just thinking about it gives chills. And let's be honest, after seeing what modern studios achieve with anime like Demon Slayer and Jujutsu Kaisen, fans now expect insane animation quality from every major series. That means the One Piece remake has huge pressure on its shoulders. But here's where things become interesting. A lot of fans are also worried, because remaking One Piece is not a simple project. We are talking about one of the most legendary anime ever created. Millions of people grew up with the original voices, soundtrack, comedy, emotional moments, and even the old animation style. That nostalgia is powerful. Some fans fear the remake could lose the soul of One Piece. Others are afraid the emotional scenes might feel rushed if the pacing becomes too fast. Think about moments like Nami crying for help, Robin saying, "I want to live," Going Mary's farewell. These scenes became legendary partly because viewers spent so much time with the characters. So now the big question becomes, can the remake improve the anime without destroying what made One Piece special in the first place? And honestly, this is where Oda becomes a key factor. If Eiichiro Oda is heavily involved in the project, fans have reasons to feel hopeful. Oda understands the emotional heart of One Piece better than anyone. He knows exactly which moments must feel powerful and which scenes deserve more depth. And there's another huge possibility nobody talks about enough. The remake could bring millions of new fans into One Piece. Think about it. A lot of people want to start One Piece but feel intimidated by more than 1,000 episodes. A modern remake with cleaner pacing could become the perfect gateway for new viewers. This could make One Piece even bigger globally than it already is. And that's insane to imagine. Now, let's talk animation for a second. If the remake truly goes all out with visual quality, fights like Luffy versus Crocodile, Zoro versus Mihawk, and an entire Enies Lobby arc could become absolutely legendary. Fans are already imagining movie-quality hockey effects, cinematic camera work, and emotional flashbacks that hit harder than ever before. But animation alone will not save the remake. The writing, the atmosphere, the comedy, and emotional timing are what truly make One Piece special. If the remake focuses only on flashy visuals and forgets the emotional journey, fans will notice immediately. And you already know the One Piece community does not stay quiet when something feels wrong. Still, there's one thing that makes this remake incredibly exciting. The original anime walked so the remake could run. The studio now knows which scenes fans love the most. They know which arcs suffered from pacing issues. They understand what new anime audiences expect in 2026. That means a remake has a chance to become the definitive version of One Piece for an entire new generation. And honestly, that possibility is huge. Now I want to hear from you, Nakama. What do you most want to see in the One Piece remake? Better pacing? Movie quality animation? More manga accuracy? Or maybe completely reimagined fights? And the biggest question of all, do you think the remake can actually surpass the original anime someday? Comment your thoughts below because this debate is only getting started. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest One Piece news, theories, spoilers, and anime discussions. Pirate Flag Fire. The Grand Line is changing, and the One Piece remake might be the beginning of a completely new era.